Hello.
Alright, well, making progress. We ripped out the ceiling, well obviously the seats. That side wall is off. We've ground down the rivets that held it on with this big, heavy grinder built in the 70s. Looking for a date, I don't see one. Anyway, ground off all the rivets. Some of them are structural, so they take some work to get them off. Actually, most of them are structural rivets. The few that are just aluminum rivets come off like a hot knife through butter, but the steel ones are something else. Anyway, we pulled it off and we found a little bit of rust, just a little bit, right up here by the door. And so I'm kind of glad we have pulled those panels off. The ceiling, after we pulled the panels out, we pulled the insulation down. And after pulling it down, we sanded briefly with 80 grit and a orbital sander. This is the after sanding, this is the before sanding. So the roof is getting closer to be ready to go. Then we also took the insulation out of the little channels. This is what the wall looks like when the panel is off and the insulation is out. The insulation here is little baggies that hold fiberglass batting. And then the other wall we have prepared by grinding off all the screw heads, and now we're about to see if we can yank that off. So we ground off the rivets, but there are some flat rivets or spot welds. I don't know what they are. I think they're rivets that you gotta pop off after anyway. You can't really grind them because they're flush. And the panels are glued. You know what I want to do? I want to prop this window open so I don't whack it. I take it back. They're rivets, not spot welds. I think that's pretty cool.
Ta-da!
Well, it's not done yet. We still got the tough part up here to do. This is the toughest because there are rivets behind this driver's electrical panel. And so what I've done is I've taken the panel screws out, I've put a piece of 2x2 on the outside, kind of pushing it open so that there's a space so I can get at those rivets. And I'll see how many of them I have to grind off and how many I can just pop off. But we don't want to do too much pop off stuff because those damn Russians get cantankerous.
It took me a while.
Ow! Along the base there is glue type insulation over the wheel wells that you gotta chisel out to get the darn to free up the wall panel. Oh, come on. Okay, alright. Well, that might work after all. Well, you open this box, you got a bunch of wires and spaghetti. First thing I'm going to do is prop it out just a hair so we have a little more clearance to play with. And then here is, right here, the panel that we're trying to take off. So this might give us a little better vantage point for screwing around with these rivets. See? Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, what do you know? Alright, so with that done, we can go back inside and pull the panel off. Now, we have labeled all these because we plan to put them back. So to keep them in the right order, we've labeled them P1, P2 with spray paint, P3, P4, and P5. There are 5 panels front to rear. P standing for port. You see, we treat this as a vessel. And on this side we have S5 for starboard 5, and the rest of the starboard panels are already off. And here we have port 1 is ready for removal. And when we remove it, behind here is that plastic baggie that coats the batting again. I was mentioning this stuff, it's kind of glued in, you gotta rip it out. If you rip it open, you see this is the same sort of insulation that was in the ceiling. It's in plastic baggies because of the hot-cold condensation where the passengers are here. Rip it out. And then in the frame rails is just exposed batting, like that. And then we pull the bottom one out. Okay. I want to get that out so I can see down in there. But the nice thing is, I can see there's no rust in this one at all, unlike the ones on the other side. Now this piece is fresh air. So there's a air holes on perforations on the outside right here, which we may just close up. And in here, behind this tar paper like substance, is stainless air duct down to here, and this is fed into the chases for fresh air. So that's that.
Thanks for watching Wheels to Keels. Subscribe to get the latest posts and videos.